Hey, welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. If you're on the live, write and comment. Welcome to the live. If you are on the live right now, like the live and comment where you are watching from. All right, we're going to get started now. We're going to get started. If you have been following our live sessions all the way from the beginning, you would know that we're going to be having a series of live streams for the rest of this month, and I have prepared a schedule that I did share on my channel community. So you want to get acquainted with the live time and the topics we're going to be talking on. Comment where you're watching from while on the live. Now we're going to be looking at how to create a profitable journal from scratch. Now, if you were in our previous live, you would notice that I did show you how to create planners that you can sell on Amazon KDP. And today I'm going to be showing you how to create a profitable journal. I also did say on my channel community that if you have like any topic requests that you would like to be added on the you would like for it to be talked on in during the live stream sessions, then you can also put that in the comment box. So you may want to still do that if you have any topic request. But today I will show you step by step from idea generation to the interior design and the cover, even if you're an absolute beginner and you have never designed anything before. Now, I'll show you how to do that step by step, real proven process, what works. And this is something that anybody can do from day one. And by the end of this live stream, you know how to build a journal product that can make money on Amazon. Please like the live and comment where you are watching from. Thank you for liking the live. Now, what is Amazon KDP? So someone from our last live stream, they wanted to know, okay, what's Amazon KDP, what's all about. So just a little bit of overview. Amazon KDP is a KDP aspect of Amazon, and KDP simply means Kindle Direct Publishing, which is Amazon's free print on demand platform for selling books and journals, meaning that you upload your books, and when anybody actually requests for that book, that is when Amazon is going to print it out and ship it to that person, which is why it's a print on demand. Now, first of all, one good thing about Amazon KDP is there's no inventory. So in as much as you are the author of these books, you do not need to keep a stockpile of inventory. You only have to do the design process and upload it. So Amazon prints and ships each copy only when somebody clicks buy. And another good thing about leveraging Amazon KDP is that it is low cost to start. It doesn't cost you anything to list. You only earn when you sell. So you do not pay to sign up, you do not pay to upload your book. only when you make a sale, that is when Amazon does take their own part of, or their own money out of, your sale, or the amount you sell your product. And another good thing is that it is an avenue for passive income, meaning that you upload once and you can earn repeatedly. So just one book alone could make you money if you know how to, of course, scale it and leverage it properly. Now, there are three types of KDP books. Now, there's the low content, there's, like, so to say, the medium content, and there is the high content KDP books. Now, low content books are journals, notebooks, planners, logbooks, and these are easier to start. So if you're like a newbie to Amazon KDP, this may be like a really, really good entry for you. Now, why are they called low content books? This is because a large chunk of the pages are repetitive. So you could have like just three, four unique pages, and those pages are pretty much duplicated all the way down. So, which makes them sort of low content. And in some cases, they are even blank, like in the cases of notebooks. Now, or, sometimes journals. And we have like the medium content, which is, not so much of you know, in depth value, so to say. For example, coloring books, just, adding simple pictures and people buy that, or activity books or puzzle books. They are also easy to create, and if you want to take it a step further from, low content, then you could also leverage medium content. Now, high content books are classified as the one with, the highest value driven books, the ones with, highest perceived value as per Amazon, and as per also the target audience. And in this case, we have like children's books, we have stories, we have novels. And this is like a bit more advanced. And it is in this high content book you could also make the most out of Amazon KDP in terms of revenue and profit wise. However, like I said, if you're a newbie, you don't know where to start, journals are literally like the easiest entry for your first Amazon sale. Now, let's go into niche selection. Now, this is one of the areas where a lot of beginners, kind of make mistake, and that is what makes their books fail. By the way, if you're just joining the live, please like the live. Welcome to the live. Comment where you are watching from. I would like to know where you're watching from. Now, what is a niche? A niche is simply a specific audience that you're serving a specific purpose. Now, a bad niche is something like journal. So you want to create a book, you want to create a journal, and your niche is just journal. You just create a book and you just name it journal and you upload. It is way too broad, it is way too competitive, and no one specific to buy it. Now, let me give you an instance. We're going to head over to Amazon. Now, on Amazon, I'm going to just type journal and you're going to see what I'm talking about. So, if I should type journal, we are competing with over 100,000 results. So, imagine you put up a book right now and you just name it journal. You are literally going to be very, very hidden all the way to the bottom, because we have over 100,000 results. There's no single way you are going to stand out that way. Now, it is too broad, it is too competitive, there's nobody specific to buy it. However, when you're talking about a good niche, and amazingly, this applies for every book, a good niche, you want to focus on something a bit more specific, appeals to a specific set of people for a specific purpose. Now, in that case, we have like ADHD daily focus journal, we have like self-care journal for women, we have gratitude journal for teens. Now, I'm going to look for one. So let me just try ADHD daily focus journal, and we're going to compare the two results. So we have journal here, 100,000 results, and we have. Now, can you see the difference from all the way from 100,000? We have now just about 2,000 results, right? Now, if I should do another one, gratitude journal for teens, you can see this one is just a thousand results. So all the way from 100,000 results, we have 2,000 and 1,000 results. So we are more niched down, and there is a higher chance, a higher probability that we can be found when we niche down like this. Now, you may still want to even niche down a little bit, which is going to be really good for you, so that you can, really appeal to the very, very of the specifics. But we're going to be going into that much later. Now, let's get back to it. Now, the key is if you can't stand out in 3 seconds, you're not going to get clicks. Specific always sells better than general. Don't have the idea that, okay, if I create something generic, I'm going to appeal to more people, so I'm going to make more sale. It doesn't work like that. You're not going to make any sale, and you're just going to be buried and hidden. Now, how do you validate your niche? Now, here's a quick method. You go to Amazon and you search your niche idea. I already showed you that. Now, when you check the number of results, if the results are way too plenty, just like I showed you when we had like 100,000 results, it is too competitive. You want to look for niches with fewer but targeted results. Again, you want to notice the cover quality. Are the top covers basic or professional? If most of them look amateur, then you have a chance to stand out. For example, you can see this one with about 1,000 results, and if you look at it, it kind of has maybe I'll say that the covers are fair, but they could be better. And that is one way you can stand out, because imagine you show up in this front page here when somebody types gratitude journal for teens, and your cover is more eye-catchy and stops their scroll, or and stops them mid-scroll. You are most likely the one that they're going to click on and check your journal out. Like I always say, your cover page is your first salesman, so you want to put in as much effort. Now, the third way is you want to check the reviews and sales. Do the top books have reviews? That means people buying. A buying audience is real opportunity. So now you want to go that, check. We could sort by bestsellers. Now, if we should scroll, are they having sales? You can see this has like 336, reviews, which is, kind of an indication that, okay, no, this is not journal. So you can see 5 minutes gratitude journal. This has like a quite a ton of reviews, which is an indication that, okay, it's getting a lot of sales, which means there's a real opportunity in it. And if you scroll all the way, you can see quite, you know s- high reviews. This one has over 1.3k reviews, which is an indication that this book must have sold way more, which means that there is a real opportunity inside of it. Now, we're going to go into creating our journal interior right now. Now, simplicity sells bet faster than complexity, because it's a journal, it's a low content book. People are expecting, yes, some sort of perceived value, but as well some sort of simplicity. Shouldn't seem overly complicated to them. So some common interior types we want to add are like lined pages, guided prompts, maybe gratitude sections. If we're doing like a gratitude journal, we're going to be going into like practical aspects in some minutes or in some seconds. Then you could have like daily checklists, weekly planners, reflection spaces. This is just an overview on what you could add to increase the perceived value of your journal. Now we're going to head into ChatGPT because ChatGPT is really good for brainstorming. Now, if you are someone who wants to create a journal and you're not so sure of the kind of niche journal that you should create, then ChatGPT is the best go-to to help you with that. So I'm going to prompt ChatGPT now. Hi ChatGPT. So I'm looking to create a journal on Amazon KDP. Now, per my check on Amazon, I noticed that journals are highly competitive. So I'm gonna continue dictating, especially when they are broad niched, which is why I want to create a journal that is really niched down to appeal to a specific set of people so that I can have a better chance at making sales. Now, can you give me 20 niched journal ideas that I can actually create my KDP journal on? Please like the live while you're on the live and comment where you're watching from. So now I'm going to click on enter. And here are like 20 niche journals that that ChatGPT has given us. Now, if you want way more, like 10 more, 20 more, 30 more, you could always ask ChatGPT to do that. Now, you could see mental health, neurodivergent, ADHD, overthinking and anxiety, blah, blah, blah. You could see career income productivity journals, 9 to 5 escape strategy journal. We have side hustle tracker for beginners, and we have healing after breakup, lifestyle wellness, and all of this. Now, I'm thinking which of them should I go for? I really like this 9 to 5 escape strategy journal. It really, looks, it sounds good. So I'm going to go with it, right? I'm going to go with this 9 to 5 escape strategy journal. So I'll copy it. Now, can you give me a simple layout that I can use for my 9 to 5 escape strategy journal? It should be simple, probably 4 unique pages, or depending on your own discretion, give me the layout and the format for this 9 to 5 escape strategy journal. Please like the live, like the live, like the live. And you could also share to those you think would need it as well. So I'm going to click on enter here right now. So Our journal is going to have four core pages. You have escape vision page, which is the clarity page, and the sections could be my ideal life 1 year from now, why I want to leave my 9 to 5, what I never want again, powerful emotional trigger, freedom looks like, income goal. Then, of course, this page should be at the beginning, then repeated every 2 to 4 weeks for reflection. Then you have like the escape plan builder page. So we have all of this here. We can have a daily escape tracker page and reality check progress review page. So this is how we're going to do it. For the book structure, we have the intro page, escape vision page, then escape plan builder, daily tracker, and repeat. And every 2 to 3 weeks, we can add the progress review page. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start going ahead to, you know, create a unique design for it. Now, you could either begin to come up with a unique way that you could design your planner, or you could actually ask AI to help you do that. And I'm going to try to use Cloud AI to help us do that. So I'm going to head into Cloud and type in my prompt. So I'm saying below are the unique pages I would like the journal to have, as well as the structure. So I'm going to go back to Chat GPT, and I'm going to copy it all the way from here and all the way from here down to the fourth page, and I'm going to paste it in Cloud. Unique as well as the layout. Instead of structure, I would say layout. And I'm going to go ahead and say, now, could you give me hi, I'm Lot, welcome to the live. each of the unique pages. Now I have put all my prompts in Cloud AI, and just a little bit of overview. I said, "Hi Cloud, I would like to create a niched KDP journal for Amazon KDP. And the niche I am going with is 9 to 5 Escape Strategy Journal. Below are the unique pages I would like the journal to have, as well as the layout. Now I have the first page, escape vision page, clarity. I literally just copied everything ChatGPT gave and I pasted it in cloud. And at the bottom part, I said, now, could you give me a simple design for each of the unique pages so I can have an idea on how to design them? Now, if you have a little bit more detail you would like your design to have, maybe you want it to be much more complex instead of simple, you may want to add all of that there. So I'm going to click on enter. And Cloud AI is bringing out mock-up designs for each of our journal pages. And this is really good because it saves you a lot of time and effort trying to rack your brain to be really, really creative. Now, the whole idea is that Cloud AI is going to give you an idea on how to style it. It's not going to give you the journal per se, okay? So it's going to give us ideas that we can, use to tweak things around. So you can see we have all of this here. You can see here is a breakdown of the designs for each page. And this is it. If you think it's way too simple or basic, you could still ask Cloud to put some little bit of style to it. Let's tell Cloud that. So I'm really expressing myself to Cloud. I'm saying nice, but you should add a little bit of creativity to it, or to them rather. And I'm saying the pages look bland, however, still keep the creativity minimalistic, but really unique. And I'm going to click on enter. Let's see what cloud can spice it up with. So Claude has given us unique designs. I kind of preferred this to the previous one it gave. At least this one has like a little bit of more, you know, spice or spark to it. So I'm going to be going with this. Now, the next thing we want to do is we want to get our book specifications. And for the purpose of this, I'm going to be using, for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to be using a 6 by 9 inches dimension. And we haven't decided the pages yet because we have 4 unique pages. So I'm going to try to fill all of them in yet and see how that page is going to turn out, but nothing more than 150 pages, not going to be even up to self. So about within that range, let's say 100 ish. Then we don't really need bleed for this. And now I'm going to head into Canva and start adding, start to create our page size. So heading into Canva now, I'm going to click the plus icon over here. I'll click custom size. I'll change the unit to inches, and the width is going to be 6 while the height is going to be 9. I'll go ahead and create a new design. Just in case, you may still also want to maybe have a check. Just in case you're not sure, you may want to have a check, or you want to have a check to check like other journals to see what kind of page dimension they use. So this has a print length about over by 150 pages. Match up with your competitors, or trying to match up with the typical standard of what people are used to on Amazon, just so that you can also price equally. Then you may want to also have a look at other journals, their page count, their page size, what people have to say about the journal. Now I'm going to scroll all the way down. So this has a dimension of 6 by 9 inches, right? And that's what we're going to be going with. Now I have created the page size, and the next thing we want to do is just set up our margins. Now I already have my rulers and guides in place. If you do not have yours, you may want to hold down the shift plus R. You can hold them down together and it's going to come up. Alternatively, you can click on file, go to settings, and click show rulers and guide. and that way it's going to show here. Your rulers and your guiders, they are going to show here. Now we're going to head into Amazon KDP help topics, and this is where we're going to determine our margins for our book. And I will click on format your paperback, set trim size, bleed and margin, and I will scroll all the way down to margins. Now for margins, you can see it's determined by the page count that you have. So there's like 24 to 150 page. This is the margins here you're supposed to use, and the 150 to 300 and so on and so forth. So because my journal is not exceeding 150 page, so I still, I'm still using this first row here. Now the inside margin is 0.375, and the outside margin is at least 0.25, at least, meaning that it could be more, but it should not be less. Now I'm going to go add the inside margins in Canva, which is 0.375. Just like I did in the last live, I'm just going to take like a shape, like a square shape, and I will bring it all the way up here, and I'll click on position, and in width I will just change it to 0.375. In the height I'll change it for to 0.375 as well. Please like the live while you are here, also share it to those you think would need it. 0.375. This should be 0 point. So we have that here, and I'm going to bring this all the way here and bring this all the way here. So that's all set up. To get the other part, I can just simply use the same thing because they said we should use at least 0.25. So we can literally use the same 0.375, which is what I'm going to be doing. I'll pull this all the way here, and I'll pull this all the way here, and that is going to set up our margins for us. Now to make it easy, I will just duplicate the margins a few times, sorry, the page a few times, just so that I have like blank pages to work with. Now the first page I'm going to work with, let's head back to chat GPT. The first page could be like an intro page, but it's optional, so to say. It's kind of optional, and it just in case you want to do it, that's totally fine. But I'm going to go ahead and start with the escape vision page. Now I'll head to cloud, and for the first one, this is the escape vision. This is how it looks like. And what we're going to do is just try to add some things to it. So I'm going to go to chat. I'm going to go to Canva. I will click on this black line over here, like so. I'm going to make this black, and what I can do is I'm going to take it from here all the way here, and I'm going to extend this. I'm going to be making everything black and white colored, because I'm trying to avoid so much color in our journal. So black and white. So I'm adding black here. I'm going to go back, and the first one is clarity page. I'll head to Canva, get a text. and I'll write clarity page. I'm just going to reduce the size here like so. I'll bring it over here. Or rather, I'm going to take this out. I don't really need that, not so necessary. And we have clarity page here. I will change the font, or I can change the font. I'm looking for a font that I prefer. So I think I will go with this here, like so. I can make it a bit bold here. So I have clarity page, and beneath it is my escape vision. I will go back to Canva. I can duplicate this and put it here and say my escape. I will change the font for this. I could use one of the suns. Let's leave it at Canva Sans. So I'm going to increase this here, my escape, and I'll just bring it down here and say vision. This could be smaller, have a little bit of italic. Is lowercase, so let's just edit that, my escape. And for the vision, it could also be lowercase as well. We're going to make this really bold, just like so. And for the other part here, we can have my ideal life 1 year from now. My ideal life 1 year from now. We're going to go down, go to, let's bring this a little bit lower, and I can duplicate this, bring it over here like so, and just say my ideal life 1 year from now, I'm going to increase this here and take it here like so. I'll head back. I could change the color here to sort of brownish. Let's see if either sort of brown or a bit gray in color. I'm going to reduce the size. I can bring it here. I'll add hyphen just like so. And the next thing is I'm going to go ahead and add a box. So I can add this and extend it like so all the way. I can change the color to be something like this. I can even reduce the transparency to be like this, and I'm going to go ahead and add lines inside it. I'm using this line here like so. I'm looking for a thinner line, something smaller. Let's see this one. This is still too thick, but let's see. I could extend it here. It's way too thick. Let me look for thin lines. And let's see this one here. So I can extend this all the way like so, and I can reduce the transparency just so it looks good. You want to make sure that it's at 0 degree rotation so it doesn't look tilted sort of. I'm reducing the transparency a bit further. I think this is better. Now I can duplicate that line and duplicate again. So we're gonna have three. So if I should so if I should copy all three and I click on this three dot icon, I could say space evenly and I could say tidy up. So it's going to make everything equally spaced. And then again, I could decide to just equally change their sizes or their space between them so that it's well evenly spaced, I'm still going to hold them all together, or I'm going to, copy all of them just so that they are well centralized. So this is pretty much good. I can still bring this a little bit down, and this looks okay. So we have this, my ideal life 1 year from now. You could also make this, let's make this sort of black. Okay, this is actually okay, but I think I'll just make it black so it looks really clear. So we have this over here. Now for the next part is that we can, around the edges, could also have like some outline, and that's what we're going to do. Let's add a bit of outline. We're going to make it one, just like so. So this is really looking good already. I like that. Then the next thing we can do is why I want to leave my 9 to 5. Why I want to leave my 9 to 5. So let's go back to Canva. I'm going to copy this, duplicate it, bring all the way down here. And I'm going to say why I want to leave my 9 to 5. Just like so. Let me zoom it in so you're able to see what I'm doing. Again, I'm going to go duplicate this and bring it over here like so. And I can copy what this says here, what I never want again. And I'm going to go paste that here. And what we have now is to just put 3 lines for each of them. Now it's easy because we already have our lines already set up here, and we're just going to go, do that. I can copy it and duplicate it, bring it all the way here. And I'm just going to, reduce the size like so. And again, I'm going to evenly space them. So I'm bringing this down. You can see the spaces. When you bring it down, you're going to be noting the lines between them. So when you see 0.229, you can see it also appeared here, sort of. That means these lines are also 0.229, and we want to make sure we have the equal number with the equal line spacing. So I'm going to pull this all the way down 0.229, and until we get that. Again, we can just go ahead and increase the transparency just so it looks as thick as this, like so. And I can copy it, paste, and just move it here as well, like so. You want to make sure that they meet at the same line, so one is not way longer than the other. Again, this should be all the way to this edge here, and then you can just move all these lines up until they meet the exact spacing that we're working with. So you can see just like so. Easy peasy, right? If you want to extend this, it's completely up to you. So now we have this set up. The next thing we want to do is The next thing we want to do is we want to check what's next. Now, what is next is freedom looks like. Freedom looks like. So I can copy this. I can copy this, paste, bring it down here like so. And I'm going to copy the lines here since we're working with the same lines. And I'm going to go paste them here. We're working with the same lengthy lines. If we look here, you can see the lines here. Freedom looks like starts all the way from the beginning to the end, but this one doesn't start all the way from this box. So we can't just look for how to extend it. We're going to just extend it all the way here like so. Although I think as you extend it, the line gets blurry. Okay, so we're just going to work with that. We're going to work with that. So while I want to leave my 9 to 5, I want to make sure the lines are the same. So the lines, yes, are of equal distance. Okay, so this looks good. The next thing is we're going to go again and check what's the next one. We have income goal, by when, and all of that. So we're going to go ahead and create a box, something like this. So I will go to Canva. I can just copy this again and bring this all the way down, just like so. I can decide to change the line color. So this is the line color here. So instead of using maybe black, I could change it to sort of gray, like so. And I could go ahead and write the income goal and by when. So I will copy this here and I would say income goal. I would also copy and duplicate and bring it here and say by when. If you're just joining the live, please like the live and comment where you are watching from. Like the live, comment where you're watching from, like the live, comment where you're watching from. So we have that here, income goal and by when. I will pull this under a little bit, like so. And I will just add the line here. I will add the line. So I can go to elements and or I can just duplicate one of the lines here. I'll bring it all the way here like so. And since I'm not able to reduce this line, so I have to go with a smaller or a shorter line that I can reduce. So let me see this one. If this is something I can reduce, I can't also reduce this. Let's see this one. Same with this one here, like so. So I'm searching lines. Let me see if I will be able to reduce some of these lines. So let's see this one here. And aha, I can reduce it. This is what I'm looking for. So I will bring the line here, bring it all the way down here, like so. I know you'll be worried about the thickness, but don't worry, I'm going to show you how I'm going to try to adjust that. So I'm reducing the line here, and I'm going to click on the stroke weight. You can see I'm clicking on the stroke weight, and I'm going to reduce the stroke weight. So you can see as I'm reducing the stroke weight, it's reducing the size of the lines, right? Which is really interesting. So I've reduced it all the way to 1. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this exact color here. It's black, but the transparency is 37. So that's what I'm going to add here. Transparency will be 37. I can just adjust it here like so. And this is good. So we can copy, paste, and bring it all the way here as well, like so. We can also copy, paste, and turn it all the way 90-degree. You want to check that in the position. You can see rotate 90-degree, and I can bring that all the way down here. Move it to this point here. I can adjust the rotate by 90-degree. So it's exactly 90-degree, just like this. So if we should check it over here, we have about that. Let's make it a little bit centralized. Aha. And this is good. So we are done with income goal and by when. When we go back, we could also have a line under it and just write 9 to 5 escape strategy journal. So I'm going to go add a line under it. Again, I think, let's see what this can do. If I copy this and I paste it here, I'm going to add, I noticed that the transparency for this did not exactly become 37. So let me adjust that properly. 37. I was wondering why it's still so thick. So it's much better now. So if you zoom out, if you notice, you can see these lines are sort of blurry and they are not in unison. What we can do is we can actually make use of these lines instead. So if I bring them here and I extend it, I'm trying to check whether I should use those lines or I should just leave it like so. It doesn't look entirely bad though, because when you zoom out, it's really not even so visible like that. So let's just leave it like that. So we're going to add another line, and I can bring this all the way down. So instead of making it one line, because we still have kind of some spaces here, I can make it 3 lines. So I will copy these 3 lines again, and I will bring it all the way here again like so. And below it, let's move this as well. And below it, I could write the 9 to 5 strategy journal. So I can copy this. Then over here, like so, I can just copy this here and say 9 to 5 escape strategy journal. I'll go back in Canva and I'll paste that here. This can have a reduced transparency here. So just like that, we're done with one page. You can see how unique this is. We are done with one page. If you want to make it, sort of spicy, let's go back to check. We could add these numbers here, like 01. However, I want to check, let's check how the clarity page is in terms of the structuring. So we have the escape vision page, then we cycle escape plan builder. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave the numbering here. I'm going to leave that, not really necessary. If you want to do that, it's completely fine. By It's up to you. It's your decision on how you want to actually design your book. Now, the next thing we're going to do is check the next page. How does the next page look? The next page is escape plan builder strategy page. So that's what we're going to do. I'll go back to Canva. There's something I would like to add though. Let me bring this a bit down. I can add a little bit of, line, a thick line, just a thick line that can just be up there for the beauty of it. Let me copy this line here and I'm going to paste it here. I'll bring it up all the way here like so. Let me zoom it out and reduce it just here like so. You want to confirm that that is at 0 degree, and I can increase the stroke this time. Let's make it a little bit bigger, like 4, and I will make the color black. And I'll increase the transparency back to 100. So we have this here and we've completely set up our first page. Now, if you look at the next page, we have almost like the same arrangement, and that's how we're going to do the same arrangement, my escape plan builder, and this will be week off here, but this doesn't have anything. Now, that's how we're going to try to, arrange that escape vision, escape plan builder. So back in chat GPT, in Canva rather, I'll just copy this here and I'm going to put it here like so. And what I will do is just edit the text. So we have strategy page. I would edit that and put that here. Then for my escape, I would edit this. That this would be escape plan. Then this will be builder, just like so. And gradually it's coming to life. Again, what we can do, let me add a little bit of detail here. Let's say 3 stars. So we can have this here. Like so. Now for this one, we're going to have week off, right? Week off, then a line. Week off, then a line. So I'll head back to Canva. I would go ahead and copy this, or I'll copy this rather. No, let me copy one of this because it's about the same font and font size. I'll bring it over here and I can say week week off. I'll bring it here like so. And again, I could add like a line. This would be all the way up here. So I'll add this line, bring it over here. I could zoom it in just to ensure that the line is well properly placed. So we have week off just like this. So we have done for this. Now for we're going to continue the the page builder. So my current escape focus, again, I will just copy like this, paste it here, or copy something like this instead, and I'll paste it here. So it's going to start at the exact same place where I want this particular one to start. I can just copy this here. So you can see it's easy. What we're doing is just we're trying to recreate what Claude has already given. This is good. Next thing is my current escape focus, KDP, freelancing, dropshipping, digital product, orders, and we're going to add that right now. So we can go back again. And this time I'll be using this particular font. I will double it, or I will duplicate it, remove the italics, and add a little bit of boldness. So let's start by saying KDP. Let's check this. This is 7.9. So we can make this somewhat smaller as well. So we have this over here like so. KDP, I would duplicate it. Here I would say freelancing. Again, I can say drop shipping, digital products. I'll just duplicate that. I'll bring it over here again and say I want it to be equal spaced. So I can say drop shipping. Again, I could duplicate it and say digital products. Now you can see that it has taken up all of the space. So what we are simply going to do is we can copy this and make it smaller. Okay, even if we can't, we're supposed to be able to, sorry, we're supposed to be able to make this whole thing smaller. Let me try again. Just like so. And I can move all this here. So I hope you're getting like a hang of what I'm doing. I can also duplicate this and say other, bring it here like so, and bring like this line and just drag it over here, just like so. And to make it easy, then I can then add like little boxes around it. If you have like any question with regards how I am, trying to move things around, please leave it in the comment section. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section. I will be glad to, explain how I am, arranging it. Now I want to have little box shapes. You can see these little box shapes around it. I want to have that as well. So I'm going to use this box here, and I can make the inside white, and it could have a stroke weight, but this time stroke weight could be 1, and I could maybe reduce the transparency like so. And what I would do is I will bring it all the way up, just like so. I would reduce the size. As I'm reducing the size, you may want to reduce the corner rounding as well, just a little bit. And I'm just going to zoom it all the way out here, just like this. I would just zoom it out like so. And I'll make sure I have it centralized inside it as well, reduce the corner rounding. So we have this like so, maybe a little bit of centralization. Again, so now we have this here. I could just copy it and paste and start bringing them all here. So I'll extend it here like so. And what I would do is I'll move the position to the back. I'll duplicate it again and bring it over here like so. It should have equal spacing, and I can move this inside it. Just bring it a little bit over it here and move the and move it to the back, right? Move it all the way to the back. I'm going to duplicate it again, bring it here. It should have equal spacing. Or how many drop shippings do we have? Okay, there's a bit of replication, so I'm going to take this out and move digital product all the way here. And I can extend this all the way just like so, move it to the back. Again, I will bring this here just all the way here like this, and I would duplicate this bring it here like so. Make sure it is of equal space and just bring it all the way and move it to the back. So just like so, we have been able to create that part. Like I said, you want to really take time when you're doing stuff like this because you are trying to sell to people and you want it to be as excellent as it can be. Now, the next one is this week's goal. Again, this is super simple, and what we can do is just go here. What we can do is copy this and bring it all the way down here like so. And we're going to copy this here, this week's goal. I will paste that here. And now we want to have lines. For me, I'm going to prefer to have 3 lines instead of just one or 2 lines, completely up to you. I'll bring it all the way here, like so. Maybe 2 lines, that's fine. Again, I'm going to go to the next one and say 3 key actions I must complete. So what I will do is I will go back again, copy this. If you notice, I'm not really adding so many colors because for me, I'm just going to prefer that the colors of our interior is just revolving around black. So I can copy this here, bring it here and paste it. Again, I will just go here, copy this vertical line. So instead of you having to redo everything, most times you just have, what you need in place already. I will move the line just to make sure it's in place. I can increase the stroke weight a little bit. Let's make it 2 or 3. 2 is fine actually. And I'll make the transparency black. Again, I'll go back and you can see there's a numbering 1, 2, 3, and there are lines that we could add. So I could either do like an element kind of numbering and say 1 in a circle. You can see this here like so. You can see 1 here. Or you can see 1 here. It's completely up to you. Let's use this. And I'm going to bring it all the way, zoom it out, or zoom it out just like so. So there's 1 here. I will bring 2 just like so. And maybe I could just copy the style and paste it here. Okay, I'm not able to. So I will try to get the exact size for this and make it into this one as well. I really do hope you are following and you're getting like a hang of what I'm doing. I will zoom this out. I'll bring this here. Again, I will do for 3. So we have 1, 2, 3. I will zoom this out again, just like so. I will zoom this out and I'm going to bring it here. You want to make sure that these things are the same. You want to make sure, like, you don't want one bigger than the other. And you want to make sure that they have equal distance between them. I will pull this line all the way down here, just like so. And we have this, and what I can do is just copy lines and paste, so I can make use of this line instead since it's a bit shorter, and I'm just going to copy it. I'm going to paste it. So I'll bring it here like so. So I just noticed I'm not really able to adjust this line, so I'll take it out. I will use this one and bring it here, and I'm going to adjust it. Okay, I can't also adjust this one. Interesting. I will use this then, and I'm going to paste it here. If you're on the live, please like the live. Please like the live. And if you are following, comment the word follow. Comment the word follow. I'd like to know that I'm not talking to myself here. And you can see we just want to bring this close by here. I'll copy this, bring this as well down to number 2. You want to make sure the lines are really equal, and down to number 3. Can you see we are making it look really cute, right? So we're done with this, the 3 key action points. And if you want the spacing to be much more better, you could just copy this like this, take it a bit down, and for this, take it a bit down as well. While this could be down just like so. So this is good. The next thing is want to see what next. Skills I need to learn and daily time commitment, right? Skills I need to learn. So I'm going to go back here, copy something like this. Okay, copy this same topic here, and I will bring it here like so. I'll bring it here just like this. And I will go back here and copy this skills I need to learn, and I will paste it here. Now for this one, I will prefer to have like maybe 4, 6 lines, just so that it's more bulkier. So I can paste what I copied. I'll bring it here just like so. I can duplicate it and bring it here as well. Again, I will duplicate this one, bring it over here. You want to make sure that it is the same, on the same line, and it is, on the other half of the screen. Again, I will copy this daily time commitment, and I will paste that here. Just like so. If you're following, comment the word follow. Comment the word follow. I'd like to know you're following so far and you're really getting a hang of what we're doing here. So we've done the second one, and for this one, again, you can see dash hours per day, and I will just take this dash over here. I will paste it here. And for the hours per day, I'm going to use this exact font. I'll take it here, and I can edit it to say hours per day. Again, I could go back and say best time slots. Maybe increase this a little bit. And I will copy this, paste it, bring it here again, like so, and just say best time slots. And I will add some lines here also as well. And what I will do is just simply copy some of these lines I have here, easy peasy, and I will paste them here like so, bring them over here. I would like to make sure the lines are, on the same, axis. So we have best time slots. We could go back and see what next we have. Then we have some lines under it, which I'm going to add. Again, I would add like about 3 lines, like so, just like we did for this one here. So I will copy this and I will bring it here. Just like so. Let me give a little bit of space from this, just so it doesn't look too jam-packed. Okay, so we have 3 slots here. And I can now copy 9 to 5 escape strategy journal. I will copy that and I will paste that here. So it's going to appear at the exact same point. So we have that. And now this particular escape, this strategy page, when we go to chat gpt says that this particular one should be 1 page, then the daily tracker should be like 5 to 7 pages, and then we repeat. So escape plan builder 1 page, daily tracker 5 7 page. Then every 2 to 3 weeks we insert progress review page. Now I'll head back to get the daily we're going to start creating the daily tracker, right? And back into Cloud, if we should scroll down, we have our daily tracker here. This is how it looks like. And before we have the reality check. So now the daily tracker, what we're going to do is we have this again. So we're going to really copy that. So we just go back here, copy all this here like so, and I will paste that here. So when I paste it here, I will then edit. For this, I will paste it here. And in the other case, what we have is like, we have something like a day. So I'll say day. And I will bring the line here over here as well, like so. And I'll just bring it down just like this. So day maybe 1, day 2, or day 3, whatever it is. The next one is we're going to have this box here just like this. Then we have dates like so. And what we're going to do is we already have this box that we have created somewhere, and this is it. So I'll copy it and I'll bring it here. just up here like so and shorten it so I could bring this again, copy it and paste it over here, bring it into the box, and I would edit it to say date. Instead of week off, I wouldn't use this particular font actually. So let me use this font that we have here. So we have this date here, and then we can have did I show up, and we have yes or no. So what I will do is I will copy the same date because we're using the exact same font. Did I show up? And for the yes and no, we already have these boxes that we've created here. So I'm just going to copy it. I will paste them here. So this will be yes. I could zoom it out like so and duplicate it, bring it over here like so. So instead of you having to literally create every single thing, most of them are already something you have created. So you just have to copy and paste. Did I show up? Yes or no? And the next one is today's top 3 escape tasks. So what I can do is I can just copy this. We already have something about top 3, and I will copy all of this here. I will paste it here like so. Just bring it this way and edit what we have here. Today's top 3 escape tasks. So this is good. The next one is time block before work, after work. Again, I can just copy this here. Time block. Then we can do before work, after work, and I we already have this box here, so we can just bring it, duplicate it here, bring it all the way down, and literally just break it into halves, copy paste, move it over to this axis here and extend it like so. So it's going to be here like this, and this is going to be extended here like so. So this is how it's going to look like. So we can have before work, after work. To make that easy, we can just go to somewhere that we did something similar. So you can see we have this here. So let's copy it. And I'm going to go paste that here. So here will be before work, and copy paste. I will bring here to say after work. Again, I can just extend this line like so and bring it up just like this. I could extend this box down so that we could have more, more lines. So I could copy paste, bring it here like so, and maybe make it three lines. And because we have that here, we're going to do the same thing for this other part. I'll copy it, paste it, and move it all the way here as well. So it's the same thing, it's equal. And for the next part, we have distractions today, small win of the day. Okay, I have just a little bit of distractions today, so I can copy this, paste that here. Again, I can go here, copy this, distractions today, and I can just paste that here. Now for the lines, we are just going to go to somewhere we have similar ones like this. I can copy maybe 4 of it and bring it over here, and I'm just going to paste that like so. So these are where we have the distractions today, and I will put the other one here as well, which says small win of the day. Okay, so we may have to continue this tomorrow. We may have to, but let's just see how far we can get. We also have boxes here, and since we already have boxes here, we can just copy all of this. I will bring it down here like so. So I'll take out this right up. All right, guys, we'll have to continue this in tomorrow's live. I may have to move the scheduled live for tomorrow. I'll have to move it upwards while we'll continue this tomorrow so that my system doesn't shut down. So I really do hope you found this. I'll continue exactly from where I stopped. So you may want to go over the live and just try to get things all sorted and try to understand how I've been working my way through. And tomorrow we're going to do the duplication, finish all the pages and do the cover, and then we're going to upload it to Amazon KDP, show you how to do that step by step. I really appreciate you guys joining the live.